Good afternoon, CFM. It's Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout. Let's begin today with 3 rounds through 15 calories, your choice, row, bike, or ski. And then I want to get 30 seconds of some foot, ankle, and calf movement, right? So this one can help to take your shoes off so that you can feel more contact with the ground. And I will get a little closer so you can see what my feet are doing, right? But I want to do a little bit of walking on my toes, a little bit of walking on my heels, a little walking on the outsides of my feet, a little walking on the insides of my feet, kind of rotate in, rotate out. Just activate all the little muscles, the finer muscles in the foot that don't get a lot of attention when we're wearing shoes all the time and doing things with our foot flat on the ground, right? But those muscles are very important to prevent or treat plantar fasciitis, Achilles issues, and just generally give you a better balance and control and feel for the ground. Then the next one is some actual reps. So big toe, I'm pulling my big toe up, put it down, little toe, I'm trying to spread my little toe out and raise it away from the ground, okay? So 10 reps of each. Think about raising the big toe, raising the little toe, raise the big toe, raise the little toe, all right? Next we're gonna do on the ground some scorpion stretches and seated hip swivels. So down on the ground, body out like a T, rotating as far as you can in one direction on both for the scorpion stretch, and then swivel around for seated hip swivels, right? Take your time on these, especially on the first round. Just loosen the joints up, break all the little calcium shards off of those sliding surfaces, and try to challenge your range of motion on everything there, okay? Today's workout has 2 parts. The first is gonna be a higher intensity metabolic conditioning part that has some opportunities for some more challenging pull-ups and push-ups in it, so as well as some jumping. And then the second part is core and accessory challenge with some muscle endurance stuff in it. So 18-minute AMRAP is the first part. We'll start off with a box jump, 8 reps, and it should be a high box. So 30 and 24 is the prescribed height, but do one that you have to like be conscious and think about before you jump on top of it. And whatever you do, try to do it just a little bit higher than what your normal sort of average box jump height is, right? So arms swing back, swing forward and jump at the same time, land on top in control, stand tall and extend the hips at the top of the box jump. And then you can jump or step down. When you finish that, we're doing 12 pull-ups. These are anyhow pull-ups or conditioning based pull-ups. If anybody is wanting to do some Murph prep this week, this could be a good one to add a vest on. But as long as your arms are straight, your ears are between your arms at the bottom, and you get to your chin over at the top, that is the goal for the range of motion. Whether you use like a tiny little jump, right, or a bigger jump, or you do a ring row, a band assisted pull-up, any of those things are fine as long as they are repeatable with good range of motion and you're getting resistance through the full range of motion. So one thing on this is a lot of times when we're doing jumping pull-ups and your arms get tired, you lose the eccentric, right? So you jump and then kind of just totally flop down to the ground. And I want to see everyone trying to at least resist a little bit on the way down so that your muscles are experiencing some resistance through the entire range of motion of that exercise. And that will drive you to more progress than if you just get more reps and you're just like jumping and flopping down, up and down, okay? Next one is a deficit push-up. So the deficit push-up standard is my chest touches the ground in between 2 plates, okay? So make sure the plates are wide enough that your chest can fit in between them, right? So it has to be relatively wide there because you have to stretch a little to get into that position too. And then my hands are up high, my chest is down low. So that means I'm getting a little bit of extra range of motion to stretch on the pecs. And this usually makes people sore in the like top corner of the pec in a way that the regular push-ups don't really get at. But it's also cool because it makes regular push-ups feel easier after you've done a more challenging or higher range of motion one, okay? So this is the deficit, and you can do these with a band across the rig. That is fine. I would not try to do it with anything else besides a band across the rig. The matadors can work also if you choke down a little further on the handles and then try to really get into like an extreme position for your shoulders at the bottom of that push-up. All right, so that is our Metcon for today. 18 minutes for that. When you finish with that, recover a little bit, put your stuff away, and then you need a handful of other little items. This is chipper style for the accessory work, which means don't break it up. Don't do a portion of this and then move to another exercise and come back to it. I want you to get all of one exercise done, even if you have to take breaks, and then move to all of the next exercise. And I've made it big enough that you have to take breaks or giving you sets on it. So the first thing is a palms up crucifix hold. So this is just standing with my arms out like a T and my palms facing upward, right? So I wanna be perfectly flat to the ground, right? So arms parallel to the ground, and I'm just holding here with a pair of dumbbells or plates in my hands for 2 minutes, right? So how heavy you go is dependent on how many breaks you wanna take, right? You could probably hold 20-pound weights out there for like 7 seconds, right? But that's gonna take you a long time to get to 2 minutes, right? So pick something reasonable. Those are 8s. And that's kind of in the middle of the range, like 2 to 15 pounds is challenging, and make it challenging. I would say like shoot for more than 30 seconds on your first set and then allow the amount to go down as you get more fatigued, all right? That's the first one. Next one is 3 sets of 15 V sit-ups. So just reach up, try to touch your toes. Remember, we're trying to hinge on this movement as opposed to curling my spine. We're trying to hinging at the hips. Next one is an L sit. So you can be on an elevated object like a plate or something and do an L sit if you want to, or you could be on a bench, you could be on a box, whatever it is, but accumulate 2 minutes in the L sit position. If you need to bend your knees or touch your toes to the ground, that's fine too. And then the last one is 3 sets of 15 plate twists, right? So I'm in my athletic stance with my hips set behind my shoulders, pressing that plate out, looking through the hole in the plate, and I'm going right, left is 1, right, left is 2, 3, up to 15 reps, okay? All right, and that is it for our core and accessory stuff for the day. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.